Good morning. Happy rainy Thursday. So the weather is cooling off, which is nice, but it's kind of a gross day right now. So I don't know if we'll have outside recess. Hopefully, yes. It's just drizzly right now, so maybe it will clear off by the time my class goes out because they don't go out until 10 till 1. So there's a very high likelihood that they will be able to go out. If not, they'll have inside recess. That's okay. At least they'll get something. So today, we'll be doing just the normal things. Nothing strange today, nothing out of the ordinary. Just a normal kind of a day. So that'll be nice. Yesterday, my cadet teacher got to teach her spelling lesson, and we finally got everything arranged to video it. Because the iPads that are issued by the district are in these hard cases, and neither one of us could figure out how to get it out quickly. I'm like, oh, forget it. This is ridiculous. And she goes, let's just use my phone. I'm like, okay. And luckily, I had my tripod that has the phone adapter on it with me. So we used that. And I filmed her doing the lesson, so she was able to just take that back to her class and just upload the video to her teacher. So that was good. She was amazed at how quickly the time went. I said, it goes really fast, doesn't it? And she goes, yeah. You know, you feel like you have all this time, and then poof, the time is gone. Yeah, so she didn't even get to do one of the activities she wanted to do, but she just sent it home with the kids. So they thought it was fun. They enjoyed it. Let's see. Today we're not, yeah, like I said, it's just a normal day. I'm going to be reading testing kids again. Hopefully I can get 4 more done. And then after school, I don't have any meetings or anything. I'm going to run to Walmart and get some groceries and some miscellaneous things. And I need to figure out what I want to take for snack for our PLC meeting, because we take turns bringing a snack. So I'll bring something fallish. I thought about making pumpkin bars, but I don't think I'm going to have time tonight, really. So I may just bring those another time that's not snack time, just for fun. It's more convenient for me to make that on a weekend than on a weeknight because I'm not as tired. So I was thinking maybe I would make my chili cheese dip because everyone seems to like that. So I just need to get cream cheese and no bean chili and some tortilla chips. And you just heat a block of cream cheese and 1 can of no bean chili in a crock pot. Easy peasy. So I double it since we have 9 or 10 people in our meeting, and a couple bags of chips, and then I'll get something sweet. Like maybe there'll be something in the bakery that looks really good. Maybe some muffins or something pumpkin-y. I shall see what there is to see. I also like the little snack mix that has like the candy corn and the cashews, and you can even put like M&Ms in there too. So we'll see. I'll do a salty and a sweet kind of a thing. Yeah, and I'll make sure I get some plates. I should put that on my list because I will forget. But that'll be good. I think I have all that I need for my STEM activity tomorrow, because all I needed were those little candy corn pumpkins, and they didn't have just bags of the pumpkins at Walmart here, but they had like the autumn mix that has the different types of candy corn that has like the chocolate on the ends mixed in with the pumpkin. So they really only need a couple of pumpkins per group to shoot them, so it'll be fine. And I may be able to find a bag of pumpkins at the super center, so we'll see, because we can always use them for games too. Oh my goodness, the air conditioning is just a little too cold. Turn that down. So that's what I've got in store for today, and if anything exciting happens, I'll pop in and let you know. But I'll definitely check in at lunch and let you know how things are going. So I'll see you at school. Good afternoon, it's lunchtime. I just dropped my students off in the lunchroom. I feel like I say that every day because I do that every day. Crazy, huh? Woo, we have gotten a lot done. So I was able to test 2 of my students with F&P. Let me set you down over here. And students got AR time. We did our math lesson. We had an intruder drill just to practice. So that took some of our math time. So I went ahead and continued on with our math lesson into like our math stations time or whatever, our iReady time, because we can make up for that tomorrow during our ketchup and pickles time. So that was good. I have lots of students reaching their AR goals, and it's so exciting. They're like, Miss Bum, my flower's almost filled up. And I'm like, oh my goodness, keep going, you can do it. It's so exciting. I love it. They get so excited. And then when they reach their 100% goal, I get to send their name to the office, and they read their name on the announcements the next day. And that's like the best thing ever. They're like, oh, my name. Oh, so cool. Oh my goodness. I'm just so excited for them. I don't know for sure what our reward will be. We always do something together, you know, whoever gets the goal. We've done things like in our outdoor classroom before. I don't know if that's what we'll do. That was my lunch beeping. So we'll just have to see. We haven't talked about it. We should probably talk about that on Friday in our PLC meeting, or right before. Oh my goodness. So, what else have we done today? That's been pretty much our day. I did not do a reading lesson because the math kind of went into the reading time. So I just gave them extra reading time during reading groups, and I tested. And so they didn't do their sequencing of Crankenstein yet, but we can do that tomorrow. Let me look at my plans here. Trying to see what I can move around a little bit, because things got just a little, you know, pushed back from the drill. But you have to do a drill. You have to be prepared for emergency situations. So you have to do those things. I was going to do a directed drawing with them, but that would be a Good Friday thing. But we have our assembly tomorrow, so I'm not sure. We might not get to that, right? Get to that. We may not get to that this week, but I can always throw that in sometime. Lance Lee here. We are going to do place value party tomorrow, which is not an actual party. I did get, though, however, let me show you. Holy moly, that was quite a fight. My strap for my bag was like twisted around the bag of stuff. Wow, it was like wrestling a snake. I was like, let go. So I got these for the students for their little treat tomorrow. And we'll eat these during our place value party. And the place value party just consists of them. Let me get that so it's not so annoying. Okay, now it will stop beeping at us insistently. Anyway, the place value party consists of the kids making a crown. I think I showed you the pieces to that the other day when I was copying. But it's a crown, and it says something like place value something, royalty or something. I don't even know. But they get a little piece, and everybody's piece is different. It has base 10 blocks, and they have to count them up. And then they have to write different things on their crown, like how many hundreds, how many tens, how many ones. And I think they have to write it maybe in words. It's different forms of the number. So that's a nice review of one of our lessons. And then they get to make a place value cake out of the place value blocks, the paper ones. So I printed them on Astrobrite. So I think I have blue, purple, orange, and then I think the candles are the 10s. They're yellow. And then there's frosting pieces you can put on there, which they're not blocks of any kind. And then there are, I think the pink and purple are the ones, and they're like the sprinkles, like confetti kind of on the cake. So then they have to write whatever number their blocks add up to, and they have to put the different forms of that number on this paper. So that's going to be nice. I'll make a nice display for parent-teacher conferences coming up. And it's a nice little review of all of the things that we've been talking about in Chapter 2 so far. So both of these things are going to help kind of tie some of those concepts up for them, which is good. And then I can see if we're still struggling with place value up to this point. We did lesson 10 today, I do believe. Yes, it was adding 10, subtracting 10, adding 100, subtracting 100. No, that was yesterday's lesson. Sorry. Today's was extending number patterns. Okay, so we were counting on by tens and hundreds, so it was similar. That's why I got confused. So yes, we did lesson 10. So we have 2 more lessons in this chapter, and then we'll review, and then we'll test on chapters 1 and 2 for the report card. But I will do the Go Math review for chapter 2. I've already done the chapter 1 review when we finish that chapter. So we'll review chapter 2 with the Go Math review, and then we'll do our grade card assessment for
place value, 2-digit and 3-digit, which is why we couldn't put them together, because why not? Alrighty, that's the plan. So this afternoon, I think I told you, but I don't even know anymore. We will be doing rest and read after lunch, and then recess, and then I'll be testing again. I'm hoping to test 2 more students. I've tested 12. I am so excited. I'm going to get done. I'm so happy because we have all next week too. I'm so glad I started right on. So I can test 2 today, and I might be able to test another one during ketchup and pickles tomorrow if it's quite enough. We'll see. But I'm not counting on it, but I will still be able to get the other like 6 done next week, like in the first 3 days. So yay, gives me some leeway. And then we're going to be doing this book. It goes along with the history of Halloween and the history of jack-o'-lanterns that we saw on Wednesday. And so it's all the things that we learned about in the book that we read, and then they get to illustrate it. So kind of demonstrate their understanding of it. And if there's time, I might let them color their Crankenstein and do the thing for the reading that we would have done earlier. Not the directed draw, but I think I can just show you on my plans real quick. There's a little, this thing here, where they color the girl or the boy Crankenstein, and then they write about the character traits of those. So, yep, that would be good too. I've got my plans printed for next week, and I've got my newsletter printed for next week, so I'm on top of things. So, yay, awesome sauce. Alrighty, just need to make sure I get all my papers together, and I have a late bus duty today, but I don't have the kids in my room. They're in my buddy teacher's room, so I just have to follow them to the bus. I go in right at the beginning of late bus time, and I make sure everybody gets settled, everything's good, and then I can come in here and work for a while, about half an hour or so, and then maybe 40 minutes, and then I will be the ending bread of the sandwich on the way to the late buses so that we make sure everyone gets there safely. All right, with that said, I think I've caught you up on everything. I'm going to eat my lunch, which is pineapple chicken, and I will kind of get my testing materials prepared for my other 2 reading students, and I'll be ready for the afternoon. Hey, it's quitting time. So I'm in the elevator heading down to the main floor. I just got bus duty over with, and I'm gonna go to my car, and I'm gonna head to Walmart and get all the things. So I need to do some shopping. I'll talk to you later. Good morning, happy Friday. It's going to be an awesome day. I have snack today for our meeting. So I'm gonna make my almost famous no bean chili cheese dip. And I got this yummy caramel corn mix that looks really yummy. I've had it and it's really tasty. I have some tortilla chips for the dip, and I could not resist getting these little pumpkin sugar cookies because it's fall, y'all, and I'm ready to celebrate it. And then I got some orange plates and some cute little napkins. So I'm going to start the crock pot after lunch today. I have it over in one of the cubbies. And I just use 1 block of cream cheese, an 8-ounce block, to 1 can of this no bean chili. There's the size. You just melt it and stir it up, and it's delicious. Sometimes we have that for dinner because it's like nachos. So I'm going to double the recipe because there are at least, wow, 10 of us probably in the meeting. So we want plenty of snack because at the end of the day, we're all like, woo, especially on a Friday, we're kind of wiped. So that's going to be awesome. Today, my kids have a library at 8:15, and then we're going to do ketchup and pickles, and the kids can finish their pumpkin books that we started yesterday, which I think I showed you, but if not, here they are. They had to illustrate them. These are from Lanesha Tabb, Education in an Apron. This is from her Not Another Pumpkin unit on TpT. I'll try to remember to link that for you. So we had read the ebook that came with it, and they had to illustrate each page to go along with whatever it said about pumpkins. So it's really cool because we read the history of Halloween, and we also read the history of jack-o'-lanterns, not history of pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns. So pretty cool because I am of Irish descent, and the jack-o'-lantern came from the Celtic people in Ireland. So really cool.
All right, I am going to get my computer going, take some chairs down, and get ready to start my awesome Friday. We have our first terrific kit assembly today, and I had put it in the newsletter. I've been putting it in the newsletter, and who's going to be in the assembly for a while. And I also sent out a remind text this morning so parents would remember, hopefully. And I also told the kids this week. Ooh, everything's sticking today. Must be humid. Okay, and I also brought some more little decorations. These little dudes. I was going to play a game with. And I got them last year or 2 years ago at Target. My daughter painted these. So that's kind of like our version of Spookly. And then we have a mummy. And we have a Frankie. And I have some little stickers. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. And I have a whole bunch of just random, like, this looks like a car charger. I just pulled some stuff out of my garage. And there's do not enter. So, like, that was for our mad science lab. Oh, look at all these awesome erasers in here, though. Woo. And this must have been for a game. I've got a timer and some ghosts. I think these were going to be game pieces, so neat. And all kinds of spiders. Awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to have to dig through my stuff because I haven't looked at it since last year. These are going to go on my little desk out in the hallway, and I'll show you that when I get it done. But I wonder what this goes to. I don't know if it's for my husband's phone. It looks like it might be broken, though, because look at the wiring. I don't know. I'll put that in my box to take home. Okay, I'm going to get to work, and I'll talk to you later. I'm going to make pumpkin catapults today for STEM. I've got all my little bags ready. I have 6 groups and 6 colors. Yay, they're going to enjoy that. Here's my little hallway display with all the cute little painted blocks that Caitlin did for me. Good afternoon. We got a little bit of our place value party done. We didn't get our cakes made though because there just wasn't enough time today. So I had the students just put all their papers in a little bag here and we can work on it on Monday. So they can do that when we have a little bit of extra time to work. And after lunch, that's my lunch beeping, we will do our pumpkin catapults, which I showed you a little bit earlier, that are all bagged up, ready to go. And they're going to see if they can get them to fling into these little bowls, like spiderweb bowls that I got from Dollar Tree last year. So I think they'll be really excited about that. I have them turn in their pencil pouches already in here, so yay. Got all my snack stuff, and I need to get my snacks started. So I'm going to go over here and get my crock pot and get it going. Oh, before I do that, put the dice away. So that we use these to roll for our place value cake. So the yellow was the 100th place, the green was the 10th place, and the blue was the 1st place. Yes, that's how it went. Okay, move this little bucket thing out of the way. I always think I'm going to use that for something. Get my crock pot. Crock pot. Bring that over here. And then I just need to put my cream cheese and my no bean chili in there. Mix it up. Oh my goodness, there's stuff everywhere. Whew. Slide things over. I need to put things away. But who has time? Not this girl. Got paper clips. Oh my goodness. Let's put those away. All right. Whoop. I dropped one. Oh, that's what happens when you try to hurry. All right, put the paper clips away, and then I'll get my stuff ready for the snack, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, I'm having beef and broccoli for lunch, and I have my pot ready to go with the stuff inside. I have it on low. I have my little, aha, there's the other one. I thought I had one more. Okay, make one more station here. I'll put this over here. Okay, there we go. Now we have one station here, one station there, one station there, one station here, and one station there. And then this one over
here. All right, so 6 different ones. And I've got the kids already divided up into, oops, my paper, divided up into groups of 3 because I only have 18 students today. I have 2 gone. So that's going to work out well. And we have a planning page we're going to use. It comes with the STEM resource that I have from Teach Outside the Box, Brooke Brown. It looks like that. So I will link her resource for you below, as I normally do. And we're going to watch a Brain Pop Junior on how levers work, so they can have a little bit of background knowledge. So it's almost time to go get them. Wow, time flies. Okay. My battery isn't quite good on this. There we go. When you hear the beep, you know it's working. Okay. Well, there we go. Get rid of my list for the people that needed to do already, because we already did that. Okay. Gonna get my video ready, eat my lunch, go grab my kids, and finish off my day. So I'll talk to you later. Hello, it's a little after 6 and I'm finally going home because I've been talking to people, which is great. It's nice to have a little time to talk about some stuff. I'm gonna head to my car. It is getting close to 6:30 and I'm on my way home. I ended up staying and talking to some of my coworkers. I'm a little hoarse because I've been singing, but I've been listening to the Wicked soundtrack just because it seems appropriate for Halloween time, and singing some of the songs and sang myself a little hoarse, I guess. But today was a really good day. The kids really enjoyed doing the place value party where we made our crowns. They didn't get a chance to make their place value cakes yet, but they did get to roll to get their number. So I just had them put all their papers in those Ziploc bags, which I think I showed you. And I'll let them work on that on Monday a little bit after math. And so they'll get to make their little cakes, and those will go in the hallway as a display, because that's like a review of our math concepts for this chapter. And let's see, with our STEM activity, they loved making the pumpkin catapults. We have a few stray pumpkin mallow things in our room somewhere that got catapulted into an area they couldn't find them again. So I'm sure we'll find them sometime soon, and we'll be like, oh yeah, that's where that went. One of them, or maybe 2, got shot up on top of the cubbies where my little book characters are, and I was like, oh, well, I think you used a little too much force on that one, maybe. I wasn't mad or anything, but they're like, sorry. I'm like, it's okay, we'll find it sometime, no biggie. So I did give them each a couple little pieces of candy corn that they could eat, because they're like, can we eat the pumpkins? We're done. I'm like, ew, no, you don't want to do that. Those are going to be nasty when you're done. But I will give you some candy corn, because I told you when I went to get the pumpkins, I couldn't find just a bag of marshmallow pumpkins, you know, the candy corn type. I couldn't find just a bag of pumpkins. So I had to get the autumn mix that has like the chocolate candy corns and the regular candy corns and the pumpkins all mixed together. So I just picked the pumpkins out of it. So I went around and gave each student a regular candy corn and a candy corn with the chocolate on the tip. And they were like, ooh. And they're like, we have more? And I said, well, maybe, but I don't want to distract you from your STEM activity. So now the last 2 STEM activities that we've done have originally been where you're supposed to measure the distance that you're able to shoot something. So we did the pom-pom slingshots last week, where they did the rubber band, they shot the pom-poms all over the place. I didn't have them measure distances. I had them aim for the spiderweb bowl. Like last week, I had them aim for those green bowls, and they could adjust their distance forward or backward, or adjust their force. We did talk about levers today, and I showed them the little section of the Brain Pop Junior video that talks about simple machines, and we talked about how levers work. There's a fulcrum, there is a force, and there's a load. So the load is moved by the force or the effort, and they had to label that on their little diagramming paper. So they had to make a little drawing of what they thought they were probably going to make their catapult to look like. They had to label the 2 little pieces of the lever,
And then they got to write down the results of their trials on the paper. And after each student had gotten to go twice, I had them come to the rug and I said, okay, now I want you to think about, do you want to redesign your catapult? Do you think it would work better if you did something differently? And they sat around and thought about it for a little bit. And then I said, okay, now you can go back and you can redesign your catapult, or you can just alter or vary the amount of force that you use or the distance from the object that you're trying to hit. And so they went back and they got to do a couple more trials that way, and they thought it was really good. Then I had them clean up and bring the supplies to the little pineapple table. And after that, it was our co-teaching time with our awesome reading teacher, and she got the cutest story. It's called Potato Pants. Yes, Potato Pants. And you know, I'm all about being a potato. So cool. Such a cute story. So they actually got to create potato pants. They got to make a little paper potato, make pants for the potato, glue the potato with his pants on a background, and then draw arms and legs and make a background to go with it. Name their potato and everything. It was so cute. They loved it. So today was the day of making things. So they got to make their crowns. They got to start the process of making their place value cakes, which we'll finish. They got to make potatoes. They got to make pumpkin catapults. So they're like, this was a cool like craft day. I'm like, yeah, kinda. And one of the kids said, hey, next time we have one of our compliment jar parties, can we have a craft party? And I said, that's a great idea. Let's try to remember that, so that you can choose that as what you want to vote for. And maybe some other people would like to do that too. And they're like, okay. I'm like, that would be really cool. And we could even have parents send in just odds and ends stuff, and they could just make some things for like half an hour. That'd be good. It's been a really good week. I'm really tired and worn out, but it's a good tired. I'm not like an exhausted, stressed out tired. I'm like an accomplished, happy, we had a good week tired. You know what I mean? This class is just wonderful. I love them. And that sounds weird. I love all of my kids, of course. Even the ones that people would call difficult, I love them too. Sometimes I don't like what they do, but I always love all of the kids. But these kids just, I don't really have anybody that I have really any difficulties with. It's nice. It's really nice. And I almost hesitate to say that out loud because I don't want to like jinx myself or whatever, which I don't really believe in that, but you know what I mean. You almost don't want to like set yourself up for something to happen. But these kids are just, they're really great kids. And I love spending time with them. I love thinking of fun ways of teaching lessons with them. I love coming up with activities so they can practice the lessons that I know they'll enjoy. It's just fun. It's just fun. It makes me remember why I started teaching in the first place. And, you know, not every day's perfect. Nothing is ever going to be perfect in any job. And there are always things that you're responsible for that aren't the most fun to do. I mean, there's always paperwork and all that kind of stuff. Just, you know, part of it. But, I mean, the kids overpower any that might be considered a negative. So it's just really nice. And I like look forward to coming in the mornings and seeing their little faces and talking to them and asking them how their weekend was and how their night was and things. So it's just great. And honestly, you know, testing is not something that you would like be like, hey, let's test. Woo, that's fun. Let's do that. But like reading testing is kind of enjoyable because you get to listen to each student read to you. Just them, not a group. You're getting to listen to them read to you. And you get to have a conversation about the story that they read and ask them questions and ask them what they think about things. And that's a really nice time to connect with each student. And I've just had a good time with them. It's really nice. Okay, I'm going to go in and figure out what we're going to have for supper and relax for a little bit. So I'll see you later. Have a great weekend.